My name is Elizabeth Franklin from Bennington, Vermont, and I'm here to teach school.
How's that again?
I was hired to teach school here in Cold Springs.
And who hired you?
Why, the mayor, Mr. Clyde Bondurant. I have his letter right here. You can see he stated very clearly that he was impressed with my credentials, and he is pleased to engage me as a school teacher.
$45 a month.
That was the agreed upon salary. Well, do you find everything in order, Marshal?
Well, I guess so. Except I didn't know Bondurant hired you.
Well, he certainly did. You can ask him.
No, I'm afraid I can't. I don't know where he is, or where the town's money is either.
What are you saying?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, Clyde Bondurant withdrew $30,000 from the town savings account at the Cold Springs Bank and took off. Nobody's seen him or the money since. Town's broke.
Why, that's awful. That's terrible. Then, are you saying I don't have a job here? After coming all the way across the country?
No, I'm not saying that. We'll figure out some way to pay you.
But what about the books? Before I left Vermont, I ordered a load of primers to be sent COD.
I'll see that they're paid for.
I don't know what to say. Thank you very much, Marshal. When may I see my schoolhouse?
We don't have a schoolhouse.
Then where are the children being taught?
They're not.
Do you mean to say that the children in this town don't receive any education at all?
No. The boys learn how to handle horses and use a rifle. The girls learn how to keep house.
That was my introduction to Cold Springs. The marshal said there were about 15 children between the ages of 6 and 16 who needed book learning, as he called it, and he arranged for a small building behind the jail to serve as classroom. Then that evening, the marshal invited me to have dinner with him and a man called Doc Hammond at the hotel dining room.
Now, Miss Franklin, if anyone tries to bother you, let me or the marshal know about it, and we'll take care of it.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
We'll spread the word that you're a good Christian schoolmarm, not one of those painted ones.
Is that what you thought I was this afternoon, Marshal? A painted woman?
No, ma'am. I just like to know who's coming into my town.
Well, it's very kind of you to chaperone me, gentlemen, but I don't want to be in the way if you have things to talk about over dinner.
Well, now, I don't think you'll be in the way. Is you in the way, Doc?
Shoot, no. If you got something to want to say, Miss Elizabeth, you'd sure right in.
Well, thank you. I do have a question. After I unpacked this afternoon, I walked around town a bit, and I noticed that a wanted poster's been put up for Mr. Bondurant with $1,000 reward.
That's right.
No one knows where he went.
Now, somebody knows. That's why I put up the posters.
How is it possible for him to steal the town's treasury?
Oh, that part's simple. He was a banker.
The next day, I started cleaning up the shack Marshal Troy had designated as a classroom. It was filthy, but several curious children peeked in at me as I wielded the broom in the mop, and two of the girls offered to help me, prompted, I suspect, by either the marshal or the doctor. About 4 that afternoon, with the floors...
Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on. Yeah, they come. That's what we're waiting on. Okay. All right, you know where to go to. Just show me the first light. Okay. It right on the main highway. It right. Can you go through Monroe? Oh, we probably passed. You probably passed us. Everybody, I don't know. Ever. I don't mean to jump straight on you. Let me ask you a question. Did somebody get killed every time that shooting last night? You know. No, they said somebody a minute ago got. And it's for the same folks. All right.
Know the way. The horse had obviously been to the graveyard before. I turned her around and rode back to town. By then it was almost too dark to see the trail, but she took me right back to the livery stable. When I got inside, Marshal Troy was waiting for me with a lantern.
Where you been? I'm about to send out a searching party to look for you.
Oh, Marshal, Josie and I were just exploring.
Where'd you go?
I took the trail west for a little way.
Well, that was a foolish thing to do. A woman alone out here in the dark. This isn't New England, you know.
Well, I'm fine, and I'm sorry if I caused you to worry. Marshal, whose horse is this?
Jim owns her. Why?
Because she took me to a graveyard. She knew the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the graveyard.
Oh, yes, of course.
All right, now you best get back to the hotel. We're talking on the way back.
It's so warm.
So,
So won't be joining us
yeah,
tonight?
so pulsing.
No, I got some business to do.
No,
Now you go on now.
your boat in the house.
Oh,
I think your boat in the house.
Now you get on over to the hotel.
The door locked.
You the last one out.
Yeah, you the last one. I was still looking at
it
you.
was the first
Yeah,
time
you could have done
I
that.
and that fact was noted immediately by most of the men. But then
I
Don
wasn't the
said,
last
Yes,
one.
you was. You know, looking at
I
you.
opened the
You
door.
the last one.
Oh, you opened the door. Oh, so I didn't unlock the door. So you gotta lock it.
I did. Josie's a lovely horse. Do you happen to know anything about her?
Well, my patients are people, Elizabeth, not animals.
No, I mean, do you know who owned her and trained her?
Oh, I expect she belongs to Jim. He keeps her at all times.
Oh, I did
She
lock
took me right to the graveyard. I asked the marshal, and he said it's a horse's nature to follow a trail.
What
but
makes you didn't want to touch it?
horse stopped
I
right
had
at the
stuff in my
graveyard.
hand. My hand was warm. My hand.
Teach him some things, but
I did have paper towel, so I gave the paper towel and the arrow.
Isn't that Jim over there at the bar? He just walked in.
yeah, that's who it is.
Boy, look at him. Look at his face. It looks as if he's been
It's still on, ain't it?
What's still on?
but the
Earth
marshal
going
said
through
he'd been taken
Yeah.
to
Oh, we got here.
Nobody else looked. There was him.
Around 8, I went up to my
Turn
room,
it. Heat
but I
down
wasn't
some.
sleeping. Why, Mom?
Oh, Elton, look at way down. Look.
What
I
call
kept
it?
thinking about Josie. Finally, I drifted off to sleep. Hours later, I woke up. There was a full moon shining through my window. As I stood behind the
And
curtain,
then tell the dog what around the block you just
I ain't never seen them doing white dog. Only dog I seen is the white and brown dog. The fluffy dog.
Yep. That's right. What that dog around the block all the time.
I'm sure the man who let him in wasn't Jim.
That tall black guy. I seen him with the dog one time. And I asked him about it.
Opened the gate,
That
and the rider came back out, riding a different horse, a pale horse. It was Josie. As he rode off, Troy came out, locked the padlock on the stable door, and walked away. I stepped back from the window a little watch. It was
Get your heat out there.
The next morning was Saturday. I was up early and walked straight down to the marshal's office. There was nobody else on the street. I happened to be awake when a man rode into town and went to the stable. And you were there, and you let him in. And a few minutes later, he rode away on Josie. I'm sure it was Josie.
Well, an old pal of mine was going up into the hills to look for gold, and he needed a spare horse, so I fixed him up. So what?
Why did it have to be Josie? There were other horses in the stable.
I gave him the one he wanted.
I think you gave him Josie because you don't want me to ride her again.
Well, now that's right. You don't know a thing about horses, and this ain't the place to learn.
I got along fine with her. What I think is you don't want me going out of town. Why?
Let me give you a piece of advice, Louis. Out here, one good way to stay out of trouble is to
Mom.
mind your own business.
A month from now will be
Rather than just
Wednesday.
teach school
And my birthday.
law and order. Fair enough?
Yeah, a month from today.
I walked out onto the street. Clouds were gathering
Well,
and the
did they
air
have
felt
that
heavy, as if rain was coming. I went back to my room and changed into my riding
They
clothes
ain't even
and
open
hurried
yet.
back to the
They
stable.
open at
The
11.
double doors were standing open and Jim was there, working on a horse with a curry comb.
Morning, man. Help you with something?
Good morning, Jim. Marshal Troy said you took sick yesterday afternoon.
Yes.
Were you sick? Or were you in a fight? I saw you at the hotel last night, and your faces till
Man, you
bad
pay
is
for people
swollen.
to put that in your yard.